Hi everyone! Long time no see. I know, last video has been, I don't know, 2 months ago. And the reason for this is because I thought at first I would upload a lot of videos when I'm here. But that wasn't really the case because when you move to a new place you have to get used to how things are going, and somehow I got more of a passion for photography instead of making videos. So I did a lot of pictures. I did a lot of photography, and I have a blog now which where I upload my pictures and also where I write stuff, the things I'm doing. So I am updating and documenting what I do here, but it's just not in video form. So I think that's the difference. But I was thinking I might just do another video because I want to update you in video form, so I can move and you can actually see me and see how I'm doing. And I was thinking I might just tell you what happened these couple of weeks, these 2 months. Because I moved here in September with my mom. Not my mom didn't move here, but she went with me the first week. And then we basically tried to find a flat. But for me it was so easy because I found something on Facebook. And the guy, like the landlord, he immediately responded to me and said, well, you can have a come in and take a look, which I did. And for me it was the most important thing that I liked my flatmates. I wanted to meet them before I moved in, because seriously, if you're ever gonna move out and live somewhere else with flatmates, then try to meet them first before you say yes to anything. Even though it's outside, it's abroad. You have to do a little research because sometimes it's hard to find a flat, but here it was easy. I knew that already, so I went here and found the flat seriously the first or the second day. So that was perfect for me. And then we had just a little holiday with my mom, and we went to all the touristic stuff in Valencia, saw a lot of things inside the city center or outside it, just the normal stuff. And of course a lot of beach, because the weather there was still 30 degrees every day or even more, so it was perfect. And then she left, and then I moved in this flat. And it was pretty cool because there were no problems at all. I really liked the flatmates, I still love them, and I'm so happy that I moved in this flat because it's seriously in the center of the student thing. It's called Blasco Ibañez, for if you're ever interested in going to Valencia. And it's close to literally everything, and all the student things are happening over here. So I'm really happy I live here. And then I did a lot of, basically every day or every week was another adventure. And of course when you just move in you have to get used to food and cooking, and when you have to go to uni and like all this normal stuff, you have to get used to the fact that they're not like the same as you're used to. For example, the first couple of weeks I had troubles with eating because I always forgot to eat, because somehow the times of when you have dinner and lunch and whatever, they changed or they are different. And for me it just sometimes just completely forgot, because I didn't have lunch at 2 or 1 or 12, whatever, 12 or 1. And then I was like, oh, I'm really hungry at 3, and I was like, oh, of course, because I didn't have lunch. But most of the people here in Spain, they start having lunch at 3, 2, 3, maybe 4 even if you have a late lunch, and then have dinner again at 10 or sometimes even 11. And that's kind of what's different. And well, basically that was a thing I had to get used to. But overall, things, they're not really the same, but it's still Europe, so they're not really crazy. So yeah, I mean, I got used to it. And the weather also. At first I was a little bit worried that I might not stand the hot weather, but I did. It was, after a couple of weeks, pretty normal. I got used to it, just walk in the shadow and it's fine. And went a lot to the beach, but after a while you're like, yeah, well, I know the beach by now, so let's do other stuff. And I went a lot of partying. A lot of partying is here in Valencia. It's really a student city with a lot of partying. It's quite normal, and I'm not really used to going out that often, but now I am, I guess. And there's a lot of nice parties, but also concert and live music and all that sort of things. But also traveling. I've been traveling already with my flatmates and my friends. I've met a lot of people here already, and at first you're kind of worried. I think everyone's worried a little bit when they're going on exchange to meet the friends, because you need people in order to do stuff. Well, if you go on exchange, at least here, I don't know if that's for every country, but at least here, yeah, you meet people so fast. It's like you meet new people every day when you just arrive here. It was so crazy, and it was so nice because everyone wants friends, so it's really nice, and they are all interesting, like literally interesting, because they're all from another country. And yeah, I love it. And then of course the language, there's a little language barrier because I don't speak Spanish, still don't speak Spanish, even though I try to and have Spanish classes. It's still a little bit hard for me, and I feel like the level of Spanish in the classes I'm taking now are a little too high. It's a little too difficult for me, but there was no other option. It was either this or nothing, or pay quite a lot, big amount of money for like the basic level, and I didn't want to do that because this one is for free. So I was like, I can't keep up, but it's quite difficult. And people here generally don't speak English. Of course, I meet a lot of exchange students, Erasmus students, and they all speak English, so that's not a problem. But just, I had hoped my Spanish would be better by now, but it's not. Of course it's better, but it's not where I wanted it to be, and somehow I lost a little bit of the motivation to learn it, because it's quite difficult, the class I'm taking now. So, but I just go there either way, and maybe in the end it's getting better, I don't know. But on the other hand, I don't really need it, because for the supermarket I can now say that I don't want a plastic bag, or that I don't understand what she's saying, or that I want to pay by card, whatever, all the like basic stuff I know how to say, or I know when she says it or he says it what he or she means. But that's basically it. So, but I don't really need it. So that's about the Spanish. And then the traveling, I already traveled with my flatmates to Granada and Sevilla. It's in the south of Spain. It was quite a nice trip, and I've been planning a lot of other trips as well. So that's really nice, close to or in Spain, or also outside of Spain. So yeah, I really love it. But I have to say or tell you that it's quite expensive. Like, of course, obviously it's quite expensive, but I had hoped that because of the Netherlands, and you get quite a lot of money from the States, I had hoped that I kind of, I don't know, even earned some money. But that's absolutely not the case, because money is going so fast. Because the difference is, I think, that you have to pay all your food, and for me, I did live on my own, but in the weekend sometimes I was at home, so then your parents pay your food. And especially if you just live with your parents and you go abroad, then you have to pay everything. And a lot of going out, and a lot of small things, like going to a soccer game or a football game, or going to a concert, or going to a one-day trip or whatever. It all costs money, and especially if you want to do some trips, which is obviously quite nice, because like it's probably once or twice in a lifetime thing that you're going to study abroad. So you just have to, I think, explore, for me at least. So, but it's expensive. So if you ever want to do it, try to save some money. I did, but I have to save more, I think, in the end, because it went so fast. I don't know where it is now, where it went, but it's gone and not in my current account anymore. But I mean, I think in the end it's all worth it, and yeah, I don't care. It's normal. And the thing is, in the beginning you just have to spend, or you're gonna spend a lot of money, because you need all the basics, and sometimes they just don't have all the basics, and you need to re-buy it because you don't have it here, because you couldn't bring everything. I think that is it. I went a lot of partying, and I went on holidays, and also saw some national holidays already here, because Spain loves their holidays. I feel like they have quite a lot of holidays. Maybe I'm just exaggerating this and just feels like this because of course I also missed holidays in my own country. But I don't know, they like their holidays and they're mostly Catholic, I feel like. But it's really nice to see. And I think that's how it's going so far. It's been 2 months. The weather for the people that are interested is quite nice still. It's 25, 26 and sometimes in the sun it can still be 29 or something. But only in the sun and only in a small period of the day because it can also be cold. And I already wear my jeans and sweaters outside if it's at night, for example. So yeah, but that's it. I hope you like it, guys, and I'm planning on doing a week vlog for next week. I'm not entirely sure yet though, so you know, just saying. But I hope you see you next week, and